and I was, we kept up with each other, like, and I went to go see him. At the time, he was with Tori. He still had his family with him. And then the next time, it was the Garden, and I didn't get the call. It was like all of a sudden, the minute he got to a certain level, he stopped.
I'm around a bunch of men that are doing amazing things in their life. Basically, you're writing chapters. Chapters get good, they get better, some get worse. It's your job to complete that book to the best of your ability. My question today is, are you focused on the ending of your book? And if so, how great do you want to make it?
No one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got.
And we kept up with each other like, and I went to go see him. At the time he was with Tori, he still had his family with him, and then the next time he was the Garden and I didn't get the call. It was like all of a sudden the minute he got to a certain level he stopped. Music. Calling door with the door behind you, never get to that door, we always got to the first door. I'm around a bunch of men that are doing amazing things in their life. Basically you're writing chapters get good, they get better, some get worse. It's your job to complete that book to the best of your ability. My question today is, are you focused on the ending of your book? And if so, how great do you want to make it while people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do? And what just you? Been off? Yeah. Oh, in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Dame Dash is back at being messy, and this time he's calling out Kevin Hart for turning his back on him and betraying him for Jay-Z. Now we all know that Dame and Jay used to rock together back in the Rockefeller Records era, but things went south between the two, and ever since Dame has been vocal about how Jay-Z handled business. Fast forward to today and Dame still calling out the people he feels betrayed him, including Kevin. According to Dame, he helped Kevin get his big break in Hollywood, but when Jay-Z came into the picture Kevin's loyalty shifted. But the question is, how much of this is true? Was Kevin really the one who betrayed Dame for Jay, or is Dame just still holding on to old wounds? Let's break it down. I didn't realize, based on what's being said, that Puff had so much control over so many people. It's a tight-knit circle. It seems like they all keep a good secret. This is what it seems like, and it seems like they're very loyal to each other. So now it all makes sense. Like certain people that were cool with me all of a sudden just stopped. Like Kevin Hart. Last year was a rough one for Kevin Hart, between Cat Williams calling him an industry plan, his friend exposing him for lying about an extortion case, rumors about him cheating on his wife popping up everywhere, and all those Diddy videos surfacing. Kevin just couldn't catch a break. Now he's most stayed quiet about all the drama, especially when it comes to Diddy, and hasn't addressed the videos of him hosting Diddy's parties. But the internet hasn't forgotten how close Kevin used to be with Diddy and how he would always talk about him being his inspiration and role model. Kevin, you know, I'm here playing engine like Kevin Durant right now for the people, for the health our workers, you know. Yeah, I get it, you look beautiful, it was a great move, you know, I throw that product in there, things got real, you know what. Say brother, I got to tell you something, man, I love your energy, and I love that when people need you, you stand up and you show out. I'm not only a fan, I'm a friend, but I'm your brother and I follow your lead, man, you do amazing things. And right now, and guess what, the same thing goes for Kevin and Jay-Z. Kevin used to call Jay his brother and mentor, but so far Kevin hasn't said anything publicly to defend his brother from all the accusations surrounding Jay's relationship with Diddy, including the recent lawsuit from Jane Doe. And I love the story, you jump on the jet and not chipping in. Oh, when I made him pay for the jet, yeah, made him pay for the jet, yeah, I was going to fly him on a plane myself. I called him, he's like, you going to the game? I said, yeah. You going? He said, yeah. I said, what time you going? He said 12. I said, I was going to 2. I'm just going to fly with you. He said, yeah, alright, cool, alright, but I'm not paying. He's like, I didn't ask you to. I'm just making it clear, I'm not like it was just went. Great guy, that's my brother mentor. Okay, so since Kevin hasn't publicly spoken out against Diddy's alleged actions or defended Jay-Z, fans are starting to make connections to how Kevin rose to fame in Hollywood. More people in the industry are hinting that Kevin might have made some questionable deals along the way, and one of those people is Dame Dash, who gave Kevin his first movie role in the 2002 comedy Paper Soldiers, which was also Dame's directorial debut. A few months ago, Dame opened up on the art of dialogue and revealed that even though he gave Kevin his big break, Kevin stopped showing him public support after that. This is what I want anyone that interviews Kevin, and he'll say it, they put me in my first movie. Why you won't post it? You got to ask those People do you believe that after that movie that's what like Williams calling him a plant, how realistic is he? I don't know, I mean he would do things like, for example, they had asked me to produce Soul Plan and I got offended cause I didn't like white people making money or making fun of it, so I like, you need to watch. No offense like Kev. Like I've seen plenty of stuff that I was so plain I could never feel comfortable sitting in a movie theater watching people laugh at us. Like never he came through like I'm doing Soul playing I'm like you or I just walked away from that movie, you know what I'm saying, like I would never do that. Dame also hinted that Kevin might have gone through some kind of humiliating rituals to boost his career. He pointed to a moment where Kevin paid for a billboard to promote his 2015 movie Get Hard. What stood out to Dame was the image on the billboard where Kevin was shown braiding co-star Will Ferrell's hair, so like I wouldn't braid another man's hair on a billboard, like I wouldn't do that. I don't care if it's Will for real, I don't care who it is, right? So cause it just be joke, I wouldn't do it, you know what I'm saying. So he has done things that I know I didn't raise him to do, but he has a different kind of comedy. And then Dame also mentioned how he personally struggled to get funding for his own projects, because he refused to take devil's money. I think that people do a lot of taking of my ideas and they know that if I have the money to make my ideas come true then they won't be able to copy go raise money. So you might remember I was the first person that did vodka, I had creative control before any television network, you know, all those things I was the first person to do. I just didn't have the funding to do it. I have the ideas, I have to do them myself, even down to me trying to make a iPod. I had the rock box, you know what I'm saying, I'm very innovative with the rock box. Yeah, I just don't have the cash, I just don't raise the cash. I don't like to use the devil's money if you, cause then you work for the devil. But Dame didn't stop there. In another interview he went even further, repeating his claims that Kevin cut him off after he moved up in Hollywood. He also suggested that Kevin's friendship with Diddy might have played a role in this. On top of that, Dame hinted that Kevin might have traded his ex-wife Tay for his current wife Ano as part of some industry deal I didn't realized. Based on what's being said, that Puff had so much control over so many people, it's a tight-knit circle. It seems like they all keep a good secret. This is what it seems like, and it seems like they're very loyal to each other. So now it all makes sense, like certain people that were cool with me all of a sudden just stopped, like Kevin Hart, another person that I look at like he was on Rockefeller Films. Right, like I discover Kev. So what happened with Kev and I was we kept up with each other like, and I went to go see him at the time he was with Tori, he still had his family with him, and then the next time it was the Garden and I didn't get the call. It was like all of a sudden the minute he got to a certain level he stopped calling, and now I see him over there. Like I didn't know all this, but I see him over there, and when people ask him questions he's real serious, and I'm like, damn, what's the going on? Kev was over there too. If I could ask him I'd be like, yo, what was doing over there, like, because I've known these people for 20-30 years. You had the baby, or you was next to the bed, like you got to tell me so, and why you being so quiet about it all of a sudden? It was just all of a sudden new friends. And even though Kevin hasn't replied to Dame's comments, it seems like Dame is far from done calling him out. In his latest interview on The Art of Dialogue, Dame repeated that he is the one who gave Kevin Hart his first big break. I discovered Kevin Hart. He also had him in Jack of Dynasty, his second movie. Yeah, you did have him in there. Yeah, I remember him being in that. And you know what's funny? He plays Puff. He will go to American New and go on DP of a Dynasty and check it out. He plays Puff. He plays a couple of characters, but Puff is one of the characters he plays. So what made you put him in the movie? You've seen the potential. Yeah, it's like saying, why did I sign Jay-Z? Cause he was funny and I was developing Rockefeller Films, so he was like, to me it was like getting artists to be with the company. But yeah, I thought he was funny, he had that, like, I knew that, like, that he was safe, that white people with him, and he didn't mind being teased. And when asked if he's still cool with Kevin, Dame said he doesn't hold any grudges, but he did hint that Kevin might not be allowed to hang out with him or support Dame's projects anymore. He won't help me promote anything I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, to me the amount of people that I actually put on, I should never be broke ever in life. I should never have to fund nothing. I should never have to struggle. I should just look like it should just be an anonymous